Hi everybody, Shane Carlisle for L&I Trade House on the 5th of the 10th, 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay everybody, hope you're all well. Obviously I'm working behind the scenes every day, I'm doing little bits here, helping people there. Still have a life, still got things I need to do. But ultimately getting a couple of hours a day at the evening, and with obviously my Facebook, it booms all day long. There's people, adding me, commenting, relating, asking, which is nice to see. It's nice to have that communication with so many people. I spent so long of my life. I would class myself as an introvert. Didn't really, yes, I had my circle of friends, but I never networked. I never, some of the people I've met through this process are what I'd class as friends for life. I've got people all over the world that I chat with, I speak to. In the near future, we'll be meeting up. There's so many doors that have been opened through this opportunity that I put myself in and I stuck around in. I said hello to everybody. Didn't care who you were. If you're the head honcho of one of the communities, I'm there on your DM. I'm saying hello. What you doing, mate? How's things? How long have you been at it? I'm not shy. No one's any better than I am. Yes, they've been here longer and they've been doing it longer and they understand it a bit better. But I've got a knowledge. I've got people who believe that what we can do and we're going to achieve it. I achieve my profits, they get their profits, everybody's happy. But the ultimate goal is to help others, with a skill like this, being able to, like my friend Scott, he's come on board, really enjoying the process, only a week or so in, so obviously things are still all a bit new, but again, it's a process and he understands that and he knows it's not going to be an overnight quick thing. Hell, if it was like that, do you think anybody would be going to work? No, not at all. I've got a friend, Nick. He's been in trading with me for a long time, 18 months. We've both been fluttering around here, there, and everywhere. But our paths have crossed again. And he's understanding the ruling and the understanding of a 10-pip mindset. And that suits him to the ground. He's hitting 1% comfortably every single day and shutting down before 8:30 in the morning. So absolutely props to you, Nick. It's you that's done it, not anybody else. I went smart money route, and they teach so much mindset. I'd say they teach more mindset than they teach the strategy, because like the main guy says, you can have any 2-bit strategy and have a trading plan and self-discipline, and that strategy will produce. When you have something that produces risks to rewards on the scale that we look at, yes, it's going to take a while to dial it in and understand it, but knowing what's possible, you're going to give that hour a day. You're going to give that 2 hours a day. You're going to get to a point where you want to give every hour that you've got in a day, because you're seeing a consistent pattern of your progress. It went from me doing it on here. Now I wouldn't even think to try and chart up on my phone. It's nice to watch things happen through the day, but it's so hard to get the pinpoint accuracy you need with a phone. But that's all I knew at the beginning. I set about on my phone in the back of my van, and then things just get better and better. You reach people that actually care, that actually want to show you things. And yes, you have to pay. I'm not saying it's a free ride, if you're one of them people that's lucky enough to learn it from videos and understand and know where to be, you know, I paid to be sat in that room to understand what they're looking at, you know, and I paid a good chunk of money to sit in that room over a consistent period of time, because I knew that consistent period of time I was paying, I was learning every single day. You know, the first community I learned how to trade, how to just trade. They was really good at teaching you how to understand the numbers and what it takes to become profitable in the market, you know. And then I reached out to a smart money community who's absolutely killing it. You know, they're killing it now. They're still killing it. They're gonna kill it. You know, they've had a 50%, 100% growth in members in the past 12 months, and they're only going to grow and grow and grow. You know, it's but I like the idea of helping others on my own. You know, yes, absolutely blessed to everybody, and I speak to absolutely everybody still out of the group. But I wanted something for me, you know, for my children. Yes, it's nice to be a part of a group, and I probably will jump back in the group just for the community. But my business is what I want to build. You know, I have a skill here now that I can build generational wealth off. You give me another 3 to 5 years doing this every single day. Now I know where I am and where I need to sit and what I need to do. You know, 3 to 5 years from now, I wouldn't even like to, well, I can dream where I want to be, and I dream every day what's coming, because I'm not dreaming it, I'm manifesting it. You know, every single day I'll think about something that's going to be better in my life in the next week, through chatting to people in the communities, being part of the process. You know, jobs aren't going to be there forever. I was watching a thing last night with the robotics, the AI. You know, robots can stand up on their own now. If they fall down, they can get back up. World's over. You know, you're not going to need a human in a job. Yes, there's always going to be that, oh, but the human eye, but the robot will work 24 hours a day. If that only makes 2 corrections in the 24 hours, you're stopping the line 6 times in 12 hours. Who do you think they're going to employ? You know, all they got to do is plug that into mains, and that'll run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wouldn't surprise me if it's got a rechargeable whatever, you know, Tony Stark shit. But this is what I'm getting at. I mean, you need to be planning for what's coming. You know, I'm not going to be one of them doomsday people and say the world's going to end, this, that, and the other, but the world's changing. The world's changed. Since social media come around, the world's changed. Yes, I lived under a rock. I'm still sort of catching up with everybody now, you know, understanding how the hashtags work, understanding. But I'm growing every day, you know. I'm not having to go out and work for the man, because it pays your pennies. Yes, you need it at the beginning. I'm not going to lie. It would just be an absolutely silly move to make the move if you didn't have the living costs, you know, the house, all your bills, you know. Once you've got that at a level where you're comfortable and it's not affecting your mind, oh, that bill's coming, because you've got it in check. Again, mindset, get everything in check, what you can get in check in your life. Because before you make the transition into a trader, everything behind you needs to be sorted out. You know, I'm not saying completely open your emotional bag and tip it out, but you know, if you're sat there and you've got things on your mind that's distracting you from what's happening in front of you, then you're going to make silly decisions. I make silly decisions. Every trader on the platform in the industry have probably made silly decisions in their life. You know, that's part of the process. That's how you you'd learn not to do that again. You know, but if it's something you really are interested in, then I'm literally a message away, you know. And most of the people know that it's a journey. So just enjoy it. Don't let it become a chore, you know. There's so many times where I've sat here and I've just gone, you know what, I can't carry on anymore. I need to go to bed. Because you're not being productive. You know, there's been days where I've been sat here 18, 20, 22 hours a day. But by the, I don't know, the 6th hour in, brain's mash. So to learn things and understand things, I'd definitely say write things down, because you don't remember everything you do yesterday, let alone a week ago, you know. So write things down, take notes of what happened on the trade on that day, you know, put them in a text box on your trading view so you can revert back to what happened, what you saw. So I'm just gonna fire a quick flag up now. Not long been in, but we'll jump through and I'll show you now. I just wanted to put a little message out there, just say enjoy the journey, you know. Yes, you're gonna have ups, downs, all rounders, but just enjoy what you're doing. You're changing your life just by sitting here watching this video I've created. You're gonna get some value, because all I do is I want to add value to everybody's journey. You know, I don't hide anything. There's no hidden agendas. I charge for my time because it's my time. It's as simple as that. I don't have to give it any reason. You're having my time and my knowledge for what I paid for, you know, and you're getting it at a reduced rate what I paid it for. So it's as simple as that. I did in the beginning want to set off completely doing it free, but when everybody started reaching out and my time was being taken very, very fast, put in place straight away, because I know if people have paid money, then they're going to be interested in what I'm saying. I've had quite a lot of Nigerians and stuff like that reach out, but obviously they just want free, or they want me to pay for the school in the town or something like that, you know. But I'm not in a position where I help complete strangers yet. So it will come where I can walk down the street and just help people as I'm going. But that's further down my journey. At the moment, I want to make sure my kids are fine. And that's going to take me at least 3 to 5, where I want them to be sat by the time they hit of an age. I want them to know that they're comfortable, done. You know, they can live their life, having that ice cream, having that, you know, that's where I want to be. Anyway, so let me share through that one. I'll pop up, you can see me. Okay, so let me go to OddCAD, because this was yesterday. Let it load up. There we go. Okay, mate. So I'm just playing around with the fib at the moment. If it'll let me do what have I got? Hold on. Right, mate. So I'm just having to play around at the minute with the fib. I saw a video last night of somebody who added me, and I like to have a scan through the pages and see what they're about, who they are. And he said about the 38.2, mate. For the market to validate a correction, it only has to go back 38% of the move. Right, and I know we like the 71. I've got it set at 71.82, just to give me a little, you see how it fell nice there. So I've got the 82. Just trialing a few settings, you know, it's nothing set in stone yet. but it's producing. So I've had my fib from Tokyo. I'm just working out whether it's better to have it in Tokyo or the Tokyo London. I'm just going to be doing some testing today. But you see how we've not broke any. I'm going structure from here. We're selling. You know, we had a big break yesterday to the downside. You know, so I'm looking to sell this. I'm looking to sell stop this. Or let me jump to the Euro US. I think I'm looking to sell. I'm looking to sell limit that. Okay. So we've had Tokyo. I'm looking to sell it because we had that. We've had that downtrend through the night, which broke by that candle. Okay, so I've got a break from New York yesterday. So I'm looking to sell it off. So I've put a line, trend line, quite a thick trend line from the bottom of my value. Once it broke that, I put my fib on. Right. Let me click it. You want to screenshot it. So it gives me my fib zone up there. Then I work the fib zone out underneath by minusing whatever the numbers were to make a whole one off that. So that gives me the upside down fib zone. So whichever way I put it, it doesn't matter. I'm getting me 71 either top or bottom. But then this 38.2, the video I was watching last night, for the market to validate a correction, it only has to retrace back there. That's why sometimes you'll only see little corrections, because that is a valid market correction. Now, I found this very, very interesting, mate, last night, because I know we use the fib. You know, the fib is a part of our strategy, but it's just understanding where. You know, this is why I'm trying to allot it into. We've got volume. Okay, so I've gone on my 71.78, 71.82. Okay, and I've dragged it this way first to cover that, which only took me to me 82. So then I covered that with a bit. Okay, so I'm 15 pips. Gives me a little bit of space if it wants to wick out. You know, it's shown me that it wants to go to the downside. Took all that imbalance back there. So now they've got money to make that move. You know, it might only make it to the 62. We've got a little less low noise here at the 50. Low noise in Tokyo. You know, that was 50% of the move. Right where that imbalance is, pretty much one candle through that whole. You know, but let me go. UJ, what happened yesterday? Again, I'm just trialing it. So I think most of the fibs are over Tokyo at the minute, unless it's today. So I've got my volume from Tokyo. I noticed there was a bit of a blank here. Bankers move. Bankers move. You know, so I've got myself sat here with a buy limit to previous London structure. I put my fib on. Again, I went that way and covered down to some low noise here and then give it some. You know, London's pushed away. It's broke the structure going through London. It's broke Tokyo. Yes, it's coming down, but again, it's broke that structure. London. You know, patience is key, brother. But now I've got that set at 12 because look what happened yesterday. Did I do it on this one? No. So let me set one up with you. Okay. So I figured I want this on the right, on the left now, not on the right, because I want to take. Let's get rid of this. Just show you from beginning to end. So I've got my volume, and I come to screen at 7. Okay. It's trending down. We've had a big break. Come back up to collect. Okay. So we work on a day. Right. So I'd just be looking for a bank move. And then I'd be going back. Once I've got my bank move, I'm looking to sell off. So I take it to its high. Okay. And then I take that to 9. That's a 12. Okay. Again, that was your main structure. There's a little less noise there. So that was where your last structure was. It broke during the 7 till 8 window. Yeah. But again, we've took our reading from Tokyo's volume. We're wanting to sell it. I found a bank move. So I stick with a bank move because we're bankers. I mean, you could give it a little bit if you wanted. I've got my trend line telling me when it broke. And then this is sort of the playback. I put my short on my little block that I've created at 12. End of the day, always try and aim for about 15. Just gives you that space. And then to where it was in London, 2%. Come at 9, close it out. 7 till 8, find your break. Then 8 till 12 is just finding the market again. 12 and onwards. I mean, you can put your trades on here, it wouldn't matter. But you'd have to wait for the break. If the break doesn't happen within that window, look, break happened in that window, tossing about, looking to sell off. Or this could be the Wednesday turnaround, but I wouldn't be in the trade because it's not come down and tagged me in. But after the big break yesterday and then the recovery, I'm looking to that to sell off to at least its lows. We're selling. This is what I'm seeing, brother. This is what I'm seeing. Oh, spike down now. Again, I'm not going to do anything because we're just in the finding itself mode. So look here. Can't think, what did I do it on silver? Let's run silver this morning. See what happened. See how that turned within our window. Looking to sell. Sorry, I always do that. Right, so what happened in Tokyo? Oh, I just need to change. No. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm looking to sell. It doesn't really matter because my fibs thingy, but just on looking to sell. So you'd have caught that at the 7-8 if, and this is what I was looking at last night. You know, they've come down, they've corrected, they've gone for the 71, 78, pretty much to the fucking point, and then sunk it. You know, you'd have got, and this is where I'm testing where's best for the fib. You know, if you'd have come in and put your trades on at 7:30, with your top end, Tokyo, 7, top end of Tokyo. You know, where you are now, you're 3.7. So we've got the volume, we've got the golden zone of that volume through the night. London will correct it. Now that London are in play, London will sort of just have a doss around, but ultimately they want to come back to where they pushed away from this morning. So they've pretty much come back straight away for that. But again, I wouldn't count it out with me testing things. You know, I'm looking at possibly having the fib here. Just look at how that lines up with that. You know, and that's giving me a fib of the correction came down to 100% and fell out the bottom. But we've still got a bank move here. I'm looking to sell off. So you put a little, I don't know what that's doing there. So that's already corrected. That's already corrected. Now, I'm not too sure on what the point ratio would be. But that would be my trade for silver today. Regardless, win or lose, you know, it's following what I do. Sorry, we'd be up there, 71. And like you say, I cover that. And have a quick look here. You know, we've got a lot of volume noise just behind that, and then it goes flat. We've had the break. It's just into London. You know, everything, there was one sort of heading towards. See, I'm looking for that to just fall out the bottom today. Might go the other way. I'm looking for this to come back to my London. You know, I'll come back at 9 o'clock tonight and I'll check it all. So there's a nice flag back. Fib zone. 3%. These are me 3 for today anyway. 3%. I think that's 2. 3. 8% if all them come in. But yeah, that's what I'm looking, brother. Looking to take a volume and then take a fib from this 7 to 8 window. Pick which way I'm going with a trend line, volume, see what's happening. trend line either below or above, wait for it to break, find my fib on this, creating a zone that I want to trade in through what's either above, you know, I've got lines here, don't want to be risky, not risky, safe, add a bit on, even safer. Now, if I can pull that 3.7 back to where it was today, you know, an hour and a half now to get halfway back, and it's only got to come in for New York, tag me, fucking gone. See you later. But yeah, mate. Stop share. That's what I'm seeing. Just sort of working out where the fib's best. I only want it over certain sessions because that's the session that broke the structure, you know. And it's nice to have it all set like that so you can see it. You know, I didn't want to go back and do too many because I know it works. You know, it's just identifying where the fib needs to be. Well, I've got the settings now absolutely down to the T. But it's the session it needs to be on for you to then take a fib for the next session. You know, we're always trading from session to session to session. Well, that's how the banks do it. So happy days. Right, I'll get this uploaded, mate, and get it sent over to you. And anybody else who watches it, absolutely blessed for having you here. Thanks for the value you add to my life. And I am utterly grateful for each and every one of you. So thank you very much. Blessed day, everybody. Speak to you soon.